Hello. My name's Nigel from Nigel Life News, and today we're going to do things a little bit differently. Normally I do the interviewing, but in this case we're going to let my good friend here, Dyno, interview me. So, for those of you that were wondering about this, I have not rehearsed with Dyno any of the questions. I have no idea what he's going to ask. And, well, without further ado, let's see what he comes up with. Well, howdy there, folks. Dyno here. I'm sure all you know me. And, yeah, we thought because Nigel helps us out on DynoNet a lot of times, giving us a heads up sometimes about things that, investigations that might be going on, stuff like that. So we thought we'd return the favor and just do a little interview on him for those of you that wonder about his, background and stuff like that. So we may ask that question, but, a lot of times you don't want to get too far into a background because you might not like what you find out. So, for my first question is, what got you into working with Nigel Life News? Have you ever worked in another, with another news magazine or organization or anything like that before? Well, yes, I'll get around a bit before. I did do quite a few articles for Fancy Cat and, locations to hang out with, who to be seen with, sort of like a society page for cats and everything. And, well, with society and everything, stuff like that, all it takes is one rumor about your reputation and to be caught with the wrong cat at the wrong time. And, innuendos and stuff like that. So, yeah, I had to get out of that job pretty quick. And I thought, you know what? I always liked me claws. My claws have really helped me out many times. And, in many cases, knives. Such as this hawksbill right here. Or an imitation of an animal's claw. And serves many of the same functions. So, yeah, that's me favorite blade shape right there, is the hawkbill. And, me claws have got me out of more than one bit of trouble on more than one occasion. So, well, after that, I decided, there was an opening in Nigel, in the news organization, and, I've been working for so many other people for so long, I thought, you know what? It's time my name is up there on the headline instead of somebody else's. Since I do all the work, I might as well gather my own information and do it also. I teamed up with Boris over here, my mate. He was wanting to launch a knife company on TV, and I thought, you know what? It'd be right good for him to be my mate, and let's get together and I'll launch me Knife News thing at the same time as he launches his DynoNet, and it's been a roaring success ever since. Well, now with all that popularity, what have you been doing about the fillies? Have you gotten any other cats interested in you? Do you have a girlfriend? Is what we're trying to say. Well, yes, I got more than one girlfriend, and my main girlfriend right now is her name is Fifi, and she's fun to be around. Of course, you don't want to get too close to her sometimes because you wind up getting, your ear nicked or your nose scratched or possibly even an eye taken out. I know a cat down the street that got his eye taken out by Fifi just because he got a little too close to her, got a little too friendly, and it was not the right time. She'd gotten bad news about child support from one of her other husbands, And, yeah, that was not the right time to approach her. And I would have told him that if he would have asked me, but, and nobody listens to me. And that's another reason why I decided to launch a news organization, because if nobody's going to listen to me, I might as well tell the world. And yeah, and it's worked out fairly well for me. Well, yeah, that was going to be my next question right there is, a lot of times people do things and think that they're going to turn out right for them and everything, and they realize later it's not good. What do you think that this has really been a good deal for you, and what more can we expect? Well, I have a way of getting into factories and stuff like that, getting past security, because most of them are designed to stop humans, and most of the time I can get past it. They look at it, and the alarm goes off, and they say, "Oh, it's just that cat again," and I can see their prototypes and see what they're coming up with and report on it in advance. But most of the time I'll get distracted, and I'll find other news not related to knives going on, and yeah, I can't always report about that because I've been threatened many times for, what are you doing around here? And it's not always humans. Sometimes other cats will tell me that. Hey, this is my territory. What are you doing over here? Come over here so I can spray you. And they don't mean like spray you with a garden hose either. It's not very pleasant. Yeah, that was another thing I was going to ask about you. That job has got to be pretty dangerous, because you're kind of like trying to be friendly with the police, like Dick Tracy in there, but you're also friendly with Boris, who kind of like, yeah, they don't get along that well, and you're right there in the middle. Well, yeah, that's what I think is the best part of being a news reporter, is that you can be unbiased. You can be right in the middle, and not play one side against the other or anything like that, and come out fairly successful. You can get more flies with honey than you can with vinegar. Yeah, we have that same saying over here. You can catch more flies with honey than vinegar. And I don't understand why people don't enjoy flies, because they are tasty. I catch them fresh out of the air sometimes without even any honey. You just got to have fast tongue and sticky. All right, my tongue is not really designed more for that. That's more like a frog's tongue. Nothing wrong with frogs. I'm saying it's just that, yeah, me tongue is more for grooming and stuff like that, because you got to look good for Fifi. If you don't look good for Fifi, she will find someone else who does look good. And yeah, it's a timing. It's a matter of timing. Also, you've got to get the right time with Fifi. Any other time is the wrong time, which is most of the time. But if you catch her at the right time, boy, you can have a pretty good time. Well, another thing that we've wondered here many times in DynoNet, being dinosaurs and stuff like that, is this reputation of cats having 9 lives. Is that actually true? Well, mate, I think the concept behind it is valid. However, the number is not always exactly on. It's not always 9. Sometimes it can be 1. Sometimes it can be 90. You just never know. It depends on the cat, how alert and agile he is, and how much time is caught up with him. The older the cat gets, less likely he's going to have any more lives left over. Just saying. Well, I think this interview's gone on long enough. We've bored these people enough with your lifetime story and everything. What, mate? Yeah, it wasn't my lifetime story. There's a lot more. There's a lot more to me than meets the eye. Well, yeah, I get that there, you know, but we are limited in time, and since I'm in charge and you aren't, and I'm doing the interview and you aren't, I think it's time that we ended this interview. So thank you for your input, and you may exit stage left. What's wrong with stage right? Can I go stage right? No, boy, that wouldn't be a good idea. You'd be crossing in front of me. Nobody crosses in front of me without getting filled full of steel, lead, or Dyno DNA. And you don't want that, do you? Well, no, Mike. Well, I understand now. All exit stage left. Well, thank you, folks, for watching. And I hope you learned something, at least about cats, you know, and their lives, if nothing else.